You've got to know your flow in order to grow your flow, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters and I am the Sales and Systems Sensei. Thanks for joining me in this video. We're talking about knowing your flow in order to grow your flow. More importantly, we're talking about finances and why it's so important to growing out your martial arts business in your martial arts school. You see, when I work with clients, one of the first things that we do is we dig into two aspects. We dig into what are the business expenses and what are your personal needs inside of your household, and how can we work together to achieve both? Because the reality is this: if you've got no cash and personal finances and the business is struggling and it's driving you nuts, you're gonna let this thing go find something else that's faster, easier first, unless your back is against the wall, and then you're gonna really figure out how to make this work so it can feed your personal finances. And either way, you've got to make sure that you've got those personal finances under control. And so many times whenever I'm working with clients, that's one of the first things. They're like, Jennifer, how do I do this? What do I do? No one's really ever taught me exactly what I should be doing if I'm a business owner. They've only taught me what I should be doing if I work for someone. So in today's video, we're gonna dive into exactly some things, some tips, tools, and techniques that I utilize inside of my own personal financial life with my husband, and then also some tools that you can utilize and that you can have for your business as well. So the very first thing, I love to have a budgeting software, a software that will connect directly to my credit cards, my bank accounts, and just sync all the transactions together. And I will tell you, although I know a lot about the Dave Ramsey philosophy, budgeting envelopes, and then I know what it's like on the opposite side as well, like where you're anti-budgeting, anti-envelopes, all these other things. So what I'm telling you today first is not financial advice, okay? This is what I'm doing personally, and if you'd like to do something similar, feel free, but this is what I'm doing personally, so in no way, shape, or form is this any type of financial advice, so got that out there. First thing that I would recommend though is going, okay, how much money do I absolutely, positively, beyond a shadow of a doubt, need to exist and survive as a family unit? So when we're talking about this, we're talking about like your mortgage, your utilities, rent if you're renting. We're talking about, groceries. Like on average, how much are you spending at the grocery store? And I'm not talking about grocery store where you buy a ton of snackage and not like actual food, but like, hey, we're nailing it down. Like we're eating good food, but we're not getting like, loads and loads and loads of chips or loads and loads and loads of candy, right? We're really eating well and we're eating healthy. And this is how much it costs, like those types of things. How much gas are you spending on your vehicles? Do you have any payments on your vehicles? Insurance, like all those things, you're gonna list those things out. Now, if you want a budgeting software that'll be able to help you, I'm gonna list a couple of those in the description. One is called You Need a Budget. This is the one I personally use. I just like the format of it. Another one is called Mint. I've had several people that have used Mint before as well. And then another one, you can go and you can Google Dave Ramsey's tool. He has a financial tool as well. You Need a Budget really does a great job of being able to give you some different categories so that you can create financial goals depending upon the date of the month, or also the entirety. So for example, if you wanted to save enough money for Christmas for kids, you could set a target goal for Christmas that's a monetary goal. If you needed to make sure that you had enough money in the bank, or in this category rather, so that you could pay a bill that was due by a certain date, you could set a due date of the 10th and make sure that you're reaching towards that goal each and every month. So it does give you a lot of flexibility with that. But once you have your bottom line expenses, the very next thing that you need to do after that is you need to go, okay, this is what it takes to survive. And it does not take you going to the movie theater or eating out every day to survive. Those very, very, very essential things is what I'm talking about. So this is what it takes to survive. Once you've gone through and you've done all of that, then the next thing you want to do is you want to start looking at your savings and your giving. Okay, so first you need to be looking at like, how much am I saving and putting back? Like, can I get an emergency fund in place so that something catastrophic happens, my car breaks down, I need a new washer or dryer. You're not stuck going, oh man, I gotta take out a loan just to get those things taken care of. No, you have some cushion there. The first thing I would shoot for is 1 month. Once you've got 1 month down, try to get to 3. Once you've got 3 down, try to get to 6. After that, it really comes down to, okay, what am I going to go ahead and, look at between giving and investing? And then you can start kind of getting into those other things. But it's very hard to save someone else and stop them from drowning if you don't have a life raft of your own. So if you're out there in the ocean, you're swimming around, eventually you're gonna get tired of swimming and you're gonna start sinking. And if you see somebody else that's also swimming and they don't have a life vest on, well, the first thing that you've got to do is get you a life vest or get you a life raft before you reach out and help somebody else. And that's one of the things I've seen a lot of times from people is that they will do everything else for the other people in their world, friends, family, but they won't take care of themselves first. And you should actually really think about taking care of yourselves first so you're in a good position to then be able to take care of other people or help other people in their need. So very essential that you get these things out of the way first. You've really got your business, your personal finances in order before you start digging into the business finances, because then after that, you're going to repeat the same thing that you did in the personal, but you're going to do that for the business. Now, inside of our 7-Figure Dojo program, we actually give you a spreadsheet, and in that spreadsheet, it allows you to fill out every single line item expense that's inside of your business. The easiest way to do this, if you want to take your bank account statement, you just go through your bank account statement, grab you a bunch of different highlighters, and create different categories. So like rent, utilities, maybe that's the same color, payroll, maybe that's another color, and you get the idea. So you're just getting an average. So you get the whole entire month, and then you go back for maybe one more month or 3 months maybe to get an average, and you see what on average are you spending inside of your business, and then you go, this is how much money I need for the following month in order to actually hit my break even. Break even is very important. And when I say break even, what I mean is if you don't bring in that much cash, you're gonna go into debt to cover your expenses. That's what break even is. So it needs to include everything, including any loan payments that you're already making. You've got to include that into your expenses. And then that's your break even line. Once you hit that break even line, everything above that is what's considered profit. Okay, that's what you can take home additionally if you want to. But before you take home the profit, I would say that you're gonna want to do something very similar to what you've already done inside of your personal. You need to start thinking about, okay, how can I create an emergency fund of sorts so that if I have a bad month in business, I can then just go ahead and fill it in because I have additional cash. So you need to make sure you're actually thinking about those things as well when it comes down to your personal and your business finance. And listen, if you're struggling with this and you're like, I really wish I had a mentor, somebody that could guide me through these steps, that's what we do inside of our 7-Figure Dojo program. We give you that mentorship, we give you that guidance, and we give you tools to make this whole process so much easier. So if you want to go check it out, go to 7figuredojo.com. Let me know in the comments what you found most helpful about this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep being awesome.